one.
What?
What number is this, Alan?
The Bijuan. This is episode 400. Not only is
Lord.
it
400.
not only is it episode 400, but March is our 9-year anniversary of doing the Sqrpt.
Non-anniversary.
What?
9 years.
Wow.
9.
Oh, man.
March of 2012 is when we did the first show.
Wow.
It was Barack Obama's first term.
Yeah.
Wow.
Old school.
Joe Biden had only started his slide into dementia.
And I thought, because it's funny, because I ran into somebody, well, I didn't run into him, but somebody I know in real life was like, what's this show thing you do?
Yes.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
So, yeah.
My son listens to podcasts when he's working out. And he asked me, Dad, what's the name of your podcast again? I was like,
Nope.
no.
Nope.
It's the Raccoon Report. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have on Facebook as my employer the Squirrel Report. And I thought, that's probably not a good idea. I took it down.
We wouldn't make you swab hobos for coronavirus, but you know.
Yeah.
So anyway, just, for a little short walk down history. There was, once upon a time, there was another podcast. And before that, there was another podcast that Brita did.
I blocked it out.
And then there was this one. And it started off as a call-in, as a live streamed call-in show.
Our call-in show.
And the problem is that MDev is the only person awake at night to call in.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
12 years, MDev. Thanks.
Thank you,
for hanging
MDev.
in there, buddy.
Yep.
So,
That's at the end there, and I don't blame anybody because I don't listen to podcasts at all. But it got to the end. At the end there, we were like, could somebody please call in? Is anyone listening live?
I know we'd get like 4 or 5 calls if we were lucky.
But it's a cultural change thing. Most people don't do anything live anymore.
Yeah.
So
well, that and even like the, you got to have like a nationwide call-in show before you get, like the old Art Bell show where he's got people calling in from all over the world talking about their UFO abductions and shit.
I remember that show. That was great.
It was a great show. I love that. Art Bell, coast to coast.
Now, see, I'm going to go a little different and say Dr. Demento.
Dr. Demento. I used to listen to Dr. Demento on a transistor radio at night.
Yes, sir.
Yep. And
man. You see, kids, music wasn't always available over the internet.
That's right. You had to listen to it.
You had to use a cheap little box from Japan to pull the songs in from the air.
And the Westwood One radio network with the King Biscuit Flower Hour.
Oh, God.
Okay, you guys are old.
That's from the 70s.
Next up, Ellen and Jay yell at people to get off their lawns.
Yeah. So at one point we realized that the whole calling in thing probably wasn't going to work because people, we have a very small audience, loyal, but small.
Yes.
And,
awesome.
And very much appreciated.
Yep. And so we went to the non-live format. And then this year we started doing video, which is actually, I think it's worked out better because I think we interact better because we can see each other.
I agree.
It
took a worldwide pandemic, but
that's right. Even if you just listen to it, I mean, we don't, sometimes there's, it's not like a video show. I mean, you could listen to this without the video and get 99% of everything. I'm
not Gallagher smashing watermelons with a sledgehammer, but
we're not doing video tricks or anything like that, but we're not doing live streaming. I don't know if we'll ever do live streaming, but you know what? We said we didn't used to say we'd ever do video. So
that's true.
Who knows what the future will bring? But anyway,
we did do a live stream like once. Remember when I was in Texas?
Oh yeah,
And
that
we
was
did like a little quick.
that was like a Facebook Live we did while we were doing the show.
Yeah.
That's right.
It was fun.
Yeah, but we're doing this video on StreamYard, so we could theoretically live stream it to, I think we could stream it to Facebook and Google, whatever. I don't know.
Not to Facebook. We'll get banned immediately.
Breda's, if you're not watching the video, Breda's shaking her head like, nope. So anyway, thanks guys. 9 years. It was awesome.
400. 400.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's huge.
And that's like with our standard, we don't do 52 episodes a year.
No.
We skip a lot.
We need days off.
You're lucky to get, 4 a month out of us. So,
well, I want to thank all the co-hosts that filled in for me when I needed a day off or a week off, or, I was sick of doing the show because
Yep.
Life intercedes.
We may have some more of those. We may not. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyway, my shirt of the week is as you can see,
very nice.
Wayland Yutani Corp.
I'm
part of my fictional company collection. Wayland Yutani is the company from Alien.
Oh, you know what? I've never really seen those movies. Oh. I know. And I've never seen Star Wars, and I hate Monty Python, and I'm like out of the club. I know.
Hold on. Let me get the steak.
And it's actually like one of those, like, I probably would really like it if I watched it. I just haven't.
Yeah, you probably would like it.
In
the first one, there's a cat.
I would like the cat.
Yep. Orange tabby.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's an episode 400. Yay.
400.
Before we move on, and we're talking about TV, so this is kind of, things to watch. I've been watching Men in Kilts.
Yes.
And it's like those two guys from the Outlander series, and they're touring around Scotland and doing different Scottish stuff. But Jay, I want to tell you, if you grew like a full beard, you are the Italian version of that one guy. Seriously. I watched a show last night, and the guy, I saw his profile. I was like, holy crap, that's Jay. Same kind of profile.
There is no Scottish whatsoever in my 23andMe profile.
Well, I know, but regardless, if you had like the full kind of beard.
It did for a bit. It's just such a pain to keep it even on the sides. It's such a pain. It's like the whole point.
You know what? There may be some Roman in that Scottish guy.
That is entirely possible.
Yes.
It is.
Absolutely.
That is absolutely possible.
Entirely possible. Because they didn't just stop at Hadrian's Wall.
Yeah, that's why reparations scare me, because I'm like, at one point Rome owned everything.
They built that wall, and they built another one further north to keep the Scottish people away because they were too crazy. Shit, let's build a wall.
Went from building aqueducts and bringing plumbing to everybody to making, really beautiful cars that don't run well. So
and concrete,
yes.
Concrete companies are all Italian, man.
They are here.
We're gonna need something to put Vinny in. You know what I'm saying?
They are down in Texas too. The big ones are all Italian.
And yet, your pizza situation.
I can't explain it.
Must not be a large Greek population. Even here. I say here, and by here I meant Massachusetts. The best pizza places are run by Greeks.
Huh.
Go figure. I mean, there are some really good pizza places run by Italians, but your local shops are by and large Greek.
Interesting.
Don't know why. Or Armenian. That was the other one.
Armenian pizza. Okay.
I don't know.
I have no explanation. But we do have, it's fortunate that we have a librarian on the show.
Yeah, what a week.
Because
What a week for library world for Brita.
Because Brita has library stories and she's a subject matter expert on one of the top what the fuckeries going on this week.
Yeah.
Which one?
Where do I start? Yeah, I've had like a weird week at work. I came into work on Monday and hi everybody, I'm sitting in a new location directly across from the old location. So I went into work on Monday and I learned that the governor of the state of Ohio has decided that public libraries would be a great place for people to pick up their free at-home COVID tests.
Oh,
I should have brought it. I have them in the kitchen. I should have brought it so you could see. And I'm not even that like COVID phobic. I'm not, I'm just like, okay, I'm pretty over it. I take off my mask as much as possible at work, and I wash my hands a lot. I use hand sanitizer. I clean surfaces. I'm like, whatever, it's fine. However, the thing is, public libraries throughout the state of Ohio have been working for an entire year to try to keep COVID out of libraries, try to keep COVID symptomatic people out of libraries, and try to be super safe, because we are a public place and people want to linger and people want to touch all sorts of shit and they want to cough all over the computer and don't get me started. Anyway, I mean, even before COVID, libraries were filthy. I mean, I have horror stories.
It's all those dirty books.
Well, no, it's not the dirty books. It's the dirty people. I mean, people are just fucking gross. Anyway, so yeah. But for a whole year now, I mean, we've had two shutdowns. Like the initial one, like a year ago in March, we were shut down, not for 2 weeks to flatten the curve, but we were closed for like 3 months, I think.
Yeah, it was something like that.
I think it was like 3 months. Best 3 months of my life. But we were closed down for like 3 months and then we reopened. But we first reopened just like having staff in the building to do stuff, because I mean, we had like massive piles of people who had returned books through the book drop, and we had to figure out procedures, and it was a very crazy time. And then eventually we decided, okay, we're going to open to the public, but only curbside service. And so we were able to like do reference and book stuff and, whatever, but people could only do curbside. And then eventually we opened up to the public, including the computer situation, which is still a disaster. And so, I mean, it's been like a process of this. And then at some point, our county in Ohio went into the purple, which means like cases were skyrocketing and the cases were really, hospitalizations were high in our county and blah, blah, blah. And so at that point, the library director decided we'd shut down again and go back to curbside only. Okay. And I can't remember how long that lasted, but we reopened the day after. We reopened again the day after Martin Luther King Day. And we've been open to the public ever since. But so it's been like this crazy like thing. And then in the interim, we've had like plexiglass barricades put up. And I mean, it's just, I don't know how many people visit their public libraries, but it has really changed.
So like the desk looks like the Pope Mobile.
Yeah, it does actually.
Right?
I can post a picture. It does. It's plexiglass all the way around my desk. Every desk has like a full plexiglass barricade, and I have like a little slot where I can like hand people papers and things. And
too bad it's not bulletproof.
Right. Well, I'm just happy they can't come across. I mean, I'm okay with it. Like, my like the whole time I've ever worked
they
there.
finally have to stay on the other side of the desk.
Right.
Yay.
Yay. I still have people who try to like walk around because they think I can't hear them, but I say, get back over there. So now I have an excuse.
Awesome.
But libraries have really changed. But throughout this whole period, we've been trying to keep people away from libraries, and not away, but like, if you're sick, don't come in. Obviously,
Yeah,
sure.
If everybody has to wear a mask, obviously, at the library. Ohio has a statewide mandate for masks, and I have to wear a mask all day at work. And but now, Governor Mike DeWine, thanks so much, feels that public libraries are the best place for people to have access to at-home COVID tests.
Which are supposed to be given only to people who are symptomatic.
Well, no. I mean, I have tests, right. I have my own tests.
I mean, that's the idea though, is that if you think you have the COVID, you come get a test.
Yes. But also they will give you a test if you ask for one. You're allowed to get one. The feeling is that, oh no, like most people are just going to be proactive and come to the library before they're sick and just have one at home just in case. I'm like,
no.
What?
Have you met people? No.
Have you met people? Have you met people? So,
That's funny.
No, okay.
It's just nonsense. And the test thing is just crazy too, because you have to be able to take the test. You have to have internet access with a webcam so that somebody on the other end of the health department or whomever can watch you actually take the test. And so,
is that because they think somebody's going to take a test for them, like in school?
Yeah.
Like somebody's going to take your test for you,
or like you're not going to do it right, or whatever. Wow. I don't know what it is.
It's a good thing this isn't the butt test, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be on that side of it. But
Wow.
Yeah. But luckily I am furthest away from the front door. So in all likelihood, I will not have to, deal with handing out tests to sick people. Yay.
No, it's just the person that goes out will pick up all the germs and bring them back in for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they come in, they got to go through an airlock where they're just sprayed with bleach.
I wish. Oh, I wish.
Sometimes I think Brita wishes that happened anyway.
I've been wishing that for years. Just a Lysol mist at the door.
A pleasant Lysol mist. Just have a little lavender scent.
Even a little perfume spritz or something for some of those people.
You need a lot of perfume spritz.
I mean, we've had patrons that, lots of patrons that we give them nicknames because we don't know their names, but they come in often enough and are, annoying enough that we would give them nicknames. And we had one dude. His nickname was Mr. Armpit.
All right.
Oh, and then of course Snot Man, who is
Poop Lady.
And Poop Lady.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And porn hobo.
Porn hobo. Oh my God.
Oh dear Lord. So
my life.
Libraries on the basis that books and COVID tests are pretty much the same thing. Is that the thinking?
Sure.
Check them out.
Why on earth would you want to have, I don't know, a hospital give out the kits? Right?
Well, the feeling is that I think Ohio is the state that has the most number of public libraries in the country.
Thank you, Andrew Carnegie.
Right. And and so I think the belief is that libraries are more easily accessible and they're everywhere and we are trusted community partners. Not me. And yeah. So if you're in Ohio and you want a COVID test,
now
go to your library.
You did mention that there's a statewide mask mandate, which is in stark contrast to our other host.
I know. That is exciting.
Is that a good segue?
You know,
Like,
I went
just-
to a thing. I went to a thing last night.
Mm-hmm.
It was a local Jeep club thing, and it was at a brewery down by the lake. Anyway, nobody wore masks.
Wow. I love the
It
reaction.
was awesome.
The,
I mean, there was a couple of people you could see that were wearing them, but for the most part, it was like nobody in our group was wearing a mask.
the reaction has been like Abbott said it is now the law. If you are wearing a mask, we will shoot you on sight. That has been the reaction. You look online and people are like, R.I.P. Texas, you're all gonna die. Nah.
My favorite thing is the flag, the come and take it flag, and somebody put a mask
With the mask,
instead of
yes, because
Really?
that's exactly what this is about. They're forbidding you to have a mask.
no.
Yeah, it seems
Well,
nuts.
it's sad that people don't have any concept of what freedom is, a freedom of choice. Like you can wear a mask if you want. The government's not going to force you to do it.
I thought it was my
Right.
body, my choice.
Yeah.
Or I guess that's
Is it?
only for certain things.
That's only if you want to kill babies, Jay.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But speaking of babies, if you happen to be a pedophile in the country illegally, well, President Biden just said you can't be deported.
Biden.
That was a bad segue. I'm sorry. That
No,
was terrible.
but Biden.
Speaking of Biden,
Our glorious leader.
I have a new theory
Oh no.
because it's pretty clear to me at least that Biden's not going to make it to the 2022 election.
2022? Is that what you're saying?
No, he's not going to make it.
You're not saying 2024. You're saying 2022.
The midterms.
Because Jay's theory
Okay.
was they'd keep Biden in until after 2022.
They're
So then Harris would take over, and
at
then
least
she could be
2022.
reelected twice.
Right.
I don't think he's going to make it. He's
Oh.
fading. He's fading so fast. I don't think he's going to make it.
It doesn't matter, Alan. It doesn't.
All
How
right,
come it doesn't?
but I got a new theory. All right, Biden, he's gone. Right, Harris takes over. They got to pick a new vice president. Right?
Nancy Pelosi.
Remember when Spiro Agnew resigned and they
Yes.
picked Ford? And
Yes.
and when you pick
She's going to pick Donald Trump.
when you pick a new president, there's another great. Brita came up with another great idea. We'll talk about that later. No, they got to pick a new vice president, but the new vice president has to be approved by the House and the Senate by a simple majority.
Oh.
Okay.
Nancy Pelosi,
I know. Nancy Pelosi.
Vice President Nancy Pelosi.
Except, how does that work with the 50-50 split? Oh, there's a curveball, isn't it?
That's interesting.
Does Kamala Harris get to? I mean, it would seem to be
Because-
a conflict of interest,
Well,
wouldn't it?
That's a good. I hadn't thought of that, Jay, because that's a good point. So here's the thing: Harris has to be the president before they can put a new vice president in place,
Exactly.
which means there will be no vice president to cast a tie vote. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they would have to come up with a vice president that at least one Republican would vote for.
Donald Trump.
I still say it's Nancy. I still say it's Nancy Pelosi.
See, I disagree.
She
It's
can
going
get
to
one of
be-
those rhinos to vote for her.
It's going to be one. If this were to happen, it would be one of the fiery progressives because they've got to appease that side.
No, they don't. They don't give a shit.
Oh, like AOC.
Mhm.
No, never happened.
Ilhan Omar.
I don't think AOC's old enough.
No,
What's her
she's
name?
not.
Ayanna Presley there. One of the.
I'm telling you, Nancy Pelosi. You wait and see. It'll be
She's like a million
President
years
Harris.
old.
It'll be she'll go out. She'll seize that brass ring and she will cling to it. She will pull in every marker she ever had and bribe everyone else.
For vice president?
Oh yeah.
And then
Oh yeah.
She will off Kamala Harris. Make her sleep with the fishes.
The other theory
She'll
that
make her cut her hair.
Brita brought up, I love this theory, was the one about the
It's so implausible.
tell it because it's
I don't
awesome.
have it.
Oh, you don't remember what it was? I
No.
do.
Okay.
Alan remembers.
Trump's in Florida, right? He runs for House. He runs for U.S. representative in Florida, wins his election
In 2022.
in 2022. Enough Republicans
I saw
win
that.
that they take the House. Trump becomes the Speaker of the House.
That would be his thing. And there you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah. See,
It would be great.
Something off the president and vice president, and then Trump's president again because he's next in line.
Like magic.
see, Dr. Jill is not going to allow
Oh.
Joe to step down.
I don't think she's got that much power. I think she's Joe's
She's been
handler.
answering questions for him.
Yeah, but she's not in charge. So did you see the video of the Democratic like Zoom call where he was like, I can take questions if you want, and then they went blip and they just cut him off.
Yeah.
And those are just going to be more and more scripted.
Can you imagine somebody trying to cut Trump off?
How many days now without a press conference?
40,
Yeah.
all of them, 40 something,
Yep.
45, something
Yeah.
like that, whatever it was.
Well, you know.
I just read Obama was 20 days when he had a
Wow.
press conference.
Okay.
Trump was 27.
Wow.
So, here we are on
Okay.
the second month. We are, let's see, he was inaugurated on the 21st.
This is also
So
the longest
10 days
time.
in January, 28, 38 plus 4. So 42 days.
This is also the longest time since Jimmy Carter that a president has gone without addressing the joint session of House and Congress.
Yep.
They don't have to do it. They're not required to do a State of the Union
Right.
this
No.
year because
No.
they've been in long enough. But next year they've always, it's like a tradition. Even Carter did it. He just waited till like April. But anyway, Carter was ever since then, sometime in January or February, every single president until now has addressed the joint session of the House. Biden can't do it.
Right.
No.
That's why I'm saying Biden doesn't have a year, because there's no way in hell in 2021 Biden can stand up and do a State of the Union address to the joint session of Congress. It will not happen. Cannot happen. He can't do it. He doesn't have enough. He can't last that long. He'd have to stand there and give a speech, even if it's on a teleprompter. And there's no way in hell he can do it.
It'll be on a teleprompter.
He can't even read a teleprompter,
Can't
though.
do it.
It doesn't
Fucks
matter.
that up, too.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
You're approaching this like things matter, Alan. That's the whole thing. Okay.
That's true.
You are approaching this from someone who is rooted in reality.
No, but no,
Alan,
I just
Alan,
think
the state of Oregon has banned diesel. Diesel. The shit that powers trains and trucks and a bunch of cars and fucking boats and literally fucking everything. And they've banned it starting in 2024. 3 fucking years. And we're just going to have to develop an entirely new way of moving everything.
how do they plan on that working?
Hand wavium. We just say it and magic happens.
Who was it that just came out and said her car runs on sunshine?
Sunshine. Granholm.
Wow.
Granholm. And my car runs on sunshine. Your $35,000 Chevy Bolt, which requires that you have a house and a garage and solar panels. That's it. That's way more than the vast. They used to make fun of the Republicans are the wealthiest 1%. They're for the wealthiest 1%. Excuse me. That car is the same size as my son's Honda Fit. He paid $16,000 for it. That car retails for 35, 36 grand. It's more than double. It's the same size.
And that's
But
with
it's electric, and that's with the government subsidies. That's
Right.
with us financing her car.
Right.
with her
Wow.
solar panels. It runs on sunshine. Now,
Sunshine.
okay, she's on The View. It's not
bet
like
it doesn't.
she wasn't on, I don't know, something serious like Bill Nye the Science Guy. But still, to come out with something like, oh, my ridiculously expensive taxpayer subsidized government car runs on electricity, which is powered by coal or gas or the stuff that we don't want you to use, or nuclear power, God forbid. But
well, those are sort of all forms of sunshine, one way or another.
Well, everything's a form of sunshine one way or another.
But they're just not gonna have any diesel at all.
How's that going to work?
I honestly, they have not thought about it.
How do they plan on getting shit delivered to the grocery store?
And they have a supermajority, a Democratic supermajority. So it's law.
Sure.
It's law, which, this gets back to, Trump's killing the environment because he rolled back Barack Obama's ridiculous CAFE standards that said every car made in America has to have the entire company, General Motors, Ford, Chrysler, Fiat, their average gas mileage has to be 50 miles per gallon. And I will beat this dead horse because it is ridiculous and it is emblematic of the disconnect from reality that the Democratic Party faces.
Yep.
At
all levels.
That just poof.
Yeah.
We are going to require that your fleet average doubles in 20 years. Would you just make your cars twice as efficient and you've got a couple of decades to do it. A couple of decades ago, 2000, what did cars look like? Go back 2 more decades, 1980. Cars were abysmal pieces of crap. The strides we've made now without this ridiculous standards are amazing.
Yep.
And when I guess the thinking is, well, we'll just make something new. We'll just have all electric trucks and boats and trains and, oh, we've got electric trains. Yes, with giant diesel generators.
Yeah, try hooking that up to a solar panel and see how far you get.
Right.
It's
like all the people who lost their jobs with the pipeline.
Right.
Oh, just go learn solar.
Millions. We're going to have millions of green jobs. Millions.
Just go learn that. Go invent that.
How'd Solyndra work out?
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line is the Democrats don't care about unemployment because everybody that's unemployment's automatically a Democrat voter. Exactly.
Unemployment's a benefit for the Democrats.
There are people happily making more money than they ever made in their lives on unemployment right now, and they don't want it to end.
Oh, come next month they will.
That's true.
Because when that extra $600 a week that they didn't pay taxes on shows up in their taxes.
IRS says, gimme.
By the way, you owe us $3,500.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Surprise.
I'd wager the majority didn't sock away, a quarter for taxes.
Nope.
Of course not. You gotta be kidding me.
And the best part's going to be, I'm sure they're going to, it's Donald Trump's fault. Donald Trump ain't president. Donald Trump ain't shit. He's fucking private citizen Donald Trump now.
Not only that.
He's exiled to Mar-a-Lago. Oh, yes. No, please don't send me to a $1 million
don't send me to Florida.
In southern Florida.
Not only that, they're removing him like this speech at CPAC. YouTube deleted every version of it.
Unpersoning him.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
That is absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's because he implied that the election wasn't legitimate, right?
Well, that's their excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. If he had said nothing about that, they would have found something else.
Wow.
It doesn't matter.
So in 2024, when he's the presidential candidate for the GOP again, what are they going to do?
It'll be Orange
Man. Do you think
Mandel.
that's going to happen? Really?
What are they going to do? It'll. The only reason it won't happen is because he doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
If he wants to do it, it'll happen.
I would think that at this point
If he wants, you know what? If
he knows that like kind of the jig is up, right?
I'm not a Trump, I'm not a Trump expert.
Yeah.
But I've read his book.
Yeah.
And I've seen enough interviews for him. He enjoys revenge. He enjoys revenge like almost nobody I've ever seen.
Do you think that's what happened to Mitt Romney?
No.
Maybe.
You know, there is a conspiracy going around that there's like a black eye club of famous celebrities.
It's Fight Club.
Yeah, I don't know. Like some famous celebrities get
Celebrity
these black
Fight
eye
Club.
celebrities and politicians.
You know, that'd be almost as good as the old bum fights people used to have, you know, like Celebrity Fight Club.
Yeah. Harry Reid.
Maybe Joe Biden did too many fights without a helmet.
Oh, it could be.
I don't know.
It could be.
They think it's like some Illuminati thing. Like you get the
because Harry Reid fell on his treadmill.
Yeah.
No, was that what it was? Who was doing the thing with the thing in the shower door? And
that was Biden.
No. I think it was Harry Reid.
Biden. They said Biden fell because he was chasing his dog out of the shower.
No, this was ages ago. Some dude had a like stretchy exercise band on his shower door, and he fell. Maybe it was Harry Reid. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The whole thing sounds fishy.
Yeah,
it is. It is a little weird.
You don't. Okay, here's the thing. A black eye is not something you get from falling. It's not.
I don't know.
It's not. Ask any doctor.
Fall on your face.
Ask any doctor. Ask any doctor that deals with patients.
Well, yeah, it's because it has to be like inside the
right.
Oh God, I can't believe I don't know the socket.
Ask any doctor that deals with like abused women and stuff like that, and when they try to claim
fell down the stairs.
Yeah, fell down the stairs, hit a door, blah blah blah.
The door. Yeah. Is Mitt Romney safe at home?
Have you had a black eye, Alan?
Oh shit, yeah, I've had lots of them, and they're all from fighting. So,
Jay, have you had one?
I have.
Once again, I am the one left out. I don't have a beard. Never had a black eye.
Never had a black eye.
Dang it.
Yeah,
I have children and a male child, and we wrestled and had several times. You know, got popped. And,
hey, I'd buy that. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, he was playing with one of the grandkids, and they just, arm shot up. I'd be like, "Yup, been there, done that."
That is a believable. I would have believed that if Romney come out and go, "Man, we were wrestling on the floor, and the kid popped me with his elbow."
Yep,
totally.
I reached down to pick him up, and he shot up. That happens.
Absolutely.
I mean, hell, I got a black eye when I was in college from a snowball fight. I just took one right to the eye.
Yeah. Just like an ice ball.
But
you saw stars just like in the cartoons. I like literally, whoa.
But I fell, not buying it.
You fell and landed on a fist.
Yeah, not buying it at all.
But yeah, Mitt Romney.
No way.
Good old Mittens.
Mitten. You know what's going to be funny is when all these assholes come up for re-election and they get primaried.
We'll see.
We can hope.
People just keep voting the way they vote.
I think, it's, well, we'll see.
Yeah. 2 years is a long time.
It is.
In politics,
and
a long time.
The senators are more than likely not all up for re-election in 2022.
I think in 2022 more Democrats are up for re-election,
which can be interesting.
So
they are going to have to cheat so hard in 2022.
Well, if HR1 passes, they'll be able to.
It's true.
It's a lot. Surprisingly, it's a lot harder to cheat in representative elections. Senators is probably just as easy because they're usually statewide.
Okay.
But representative elections, because of the way the districts are constructed, it's a lot harder to cheat because so many districts aren't in those cities where
Yeah.
they have the Democrat machines.
Okay.
Just saying.
We'll see.
I don't know. I think the
We'll
you
see.
know
You're right,
less,
Rita.
less people.
If they pass that bill, it's over.
If they pass a bill, like America's over.
Yeah.
It over. You know.
Yep.
No one but the Democrats will ever win again.
Speaking of America, who
Yes,
had
sir.
Syria on the first act of war by the president?
Well,
I thought that would be obvious. I mean,
Yeah.
Syria is the weird. I mean, that's where everybody goes and bombs. Syria, let's just bomb Syria. Obama bombed Syria. I mean, that's like the go-to country to bomb. You know, even Trump bombed
Oh,
Syria
yeah.
back when he was listening.
Yeah.
And Joe Biden came out strongly against it.
Yeah, back when Trump was listening to those fucking warmongers that they saddled him with.
yeah.
You know, everybody bombs Syria. It's like a rite of presidential passage.
But,
Hey, let's
but
go bomb Syria.
it's okay. I'm sure Psaki will circle back and tell us that, well, the bombs were made by a female American.
Yeah.
That makes them okay. Meanwhile, everybody that voted for Biden because they thought they'd get a $2,000 check. Ha ha.
Yep. Oh no, it's $1,400
You
because
ain't
we already got
shit.
$600. Well, you might not get that $1,400 either.
Yeah,
so.
they keep ratcheting that down. So
It's never going to happen.
It
Why
doesn't
not?
have to happen. That's the whole thing.
No. You know what? Nobody's paying attention anymore. Trump is out. Nobody needs to pay attention anymore.
The media is not blasting anything about the president. They're
No.
actively hiding the president.
that's true.
You know, how many people stop, okay. Now, this isn't quite so much showing my age, but Jay Leno used to have a bit where they would stop the man on the street, which I'm sure is horribly sexist now, but the person on the street, the Q person XXX on the street and ask them like grade school questions about American history.
Those are
And it was
hilarious.
just, the man on the street. If you were to stop 100 random people on the street and say, what happened regarding Joe Biden recently, they would not be able to tell you. You can give them a multiple choice question.
Sure.
They would not be able to tell you.
No.
He asked to take questions and was immediately cut off.
He bombed Syria. Really?
Yeah. Where did he bomb? Huh?
What?
Well,
here's what happened, right? So you had this thing where the media ramped up this. They made Trump seem so chaotic and so erratic, and everything's so crazy in Washington, and everything's irregular. He's unstable, and everything's crazy. And once Joe Biden gets elected, they cut everything off, and now it seems like everything's calm again, everything's normal again. Right. We're okay.
Exactly, and it's
there's a lot of blue checks are saying stuff like that on Twitter. Oh, it's so relaxing not to have to worry anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Really?
Yep.
You fucking clueless idiot.
It is the one thing, and I will own up to being wrong here about coronavirus. I thought for sure it was going to just, but I guess they still need to take whacks at state of Texas, and Florida.
Well, also, if they don't have coronavirus, how are they going to maintain control over the population?
And it's a lot harder to push the vote by mail schemes.
Right.
Where did I just see? Was it Michigan, Wisconsin? They had they threw out 80% of the mail-in votes because they were fraudulent. They had
wow.
I wish I could remember.
80%.
It was
that was when that was like Mississippi or something. It was like a small race, and the judge threw it out because they arrested a notary for fraud.
One of the election officials who's also a notary was just rubber stamping the fake ballots.
But how dare they?
It was like less than 100. I mean, it was a very small.
The margin by which they lost was 37 votes.
Right,
and there were almost 100 fraudulent votes.
Right.
So
Wow.
But it doesn't happen. Never
Nope.
happens.
No,
That's
no.
crazy
Never.
talk.
And when it does, it doesn't affect a race.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
Right.
It wasn't. It didn't happen. And even if it did, it didn't affect anything. And even if
Yeah.
it did affect something, Orange Man bad.
Right.
But they seem to have pivoted onto Ted Cruz as the new Orange Man bad.
Oh yeah, that ain't gonna work.
I'll go back to, we didn't really cover it that much last week, but that Hunter Biden's laptop sat for 18 months untouched. Nobody
over a
cared
year.
about it.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz is at the airport. It was like within seconds they were like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God, Ted Cruz is at the airport."
Yeah.
I'm just,
Dude's allowed to take a vacation.
Yeah.
And the whole Ted Cruz going to Mexico during the Snowmageddon in Texas.
Well, he didn't know it was going to happen. And
Well,
he planned that vacation a long time ago.
No, he did not. His
Oh.
wife planned it. She was like, "We're freezing our fucking house. Let's go to Mexico."
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
well,
No, but also, here's the thing. What was Ted Cruz supposed to do?
right.
Like go out with his toolkit and fix the fucking windmill?
Call up Ben Shapiro and have him
Right.
fix the Magic Jew weather machine.
God. Really?
Yeah.
Like, and do photo ops. Like, oh my gosh,
Like
AOC with her
AOC.
photo op in Houston.
By that time, it was already warm again.
I know it was already warm and fine, and it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep.
But another thing about Texas opening up, and I thought that was cool. They did it on Texas Independence Day.
Yeah.
They
That was good.
made the
Good timing.
announcement, ending the mask mandate. Everybody's he's giving everybody a death sentence in Texas and blah blah blah. They're going off on Texas, like opening up their state. Meanwhile, Cuomo, crickets about all those people that he killed in nursing homes.
Oh, I thought you
Crickets.
meant the third woman to come forward saying he sexually assaulted her.
Well, people are more upset about that than all the thousands of people he killed in nursing homes.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
What?
yeah. Who was it that AOC was saying Texas is going to have this horrible, and they were like, yeah, go look at what your governor did.
Yeah.
In regard to coronavirus, you
Right.
might want to sit this one out.
yeah, yep,
Yeah.
I think what they're afraid of, because they've already seen it happen in Florida, is you open back up and guess what happens?
nothing.
Nothing, because the at-risk people still stay home. They still wear masks. They still take
Yeah.
precautions.
And
because
vaccinations are going up.
Right.
And I think it's going to hit a tipping point where, wonderful, joyous leader Biden got us the vaccinations and saved all our lives.
Yeah, because there weren't any before he
That's
got
right.
Before he got in office.
When he was inaugurated, there were no vaccinations.
Right.
Yeah. My mom got her first shot this past weekend, by the way.
Oh, good.
And she survived.
And was fine.
So they got the tracking device in,
Yeah. She watches the show. There's no tracking device, Mom.
Did
That's
we know
the
of.
second shot.
did anyone bring a show and tell?
I did.
I did.
brought-
Did you
I
want to
brought-
talk about Dr. Seuss, though?
Yeah, let's do that real quick. And then we'll do show and tell.
Cancel culture is off the hook, man.
It's insane.
Yeah. Well,
This is the second library story of the show.
Cardi B's WAP is the song of the year, but Dr. Seuss is out of here.
An 80-year-old children's book.
Yep.
Too offensive.
I downloaded to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street and read through it.
Yeah.
There's the mention of a Raja from India and a Chinaman eating rice with sticks. That's the exact
As they do.
line. That is the exact line.
Yeah.
That is the offensive thing that got the book canceled. Now they're like, oh, well, it's the. Part of me very cynically thinks the people that canceled it were the Theodore Grissel Foundation. And what better way to get your books in the news?
Yeah. Well, they didn't really cancel it. They just
weren't going to print them.
they just said they weren't going to print anymore, and then
Right.
everybody else just went insane.
Right.
And Disney went, oh, thank God.
I just want to say here that not publishing more books is the same as banning books.
Yep.
And I see this, and I don't see it so much anymore, but I have seen librarians, and it's kind of like soft censorship. That's what I've always kind of called it. Soft censorship is where, like, let's say a librarian who is in charge of ordering the books does not agree with whatever political side, one way or the other, and decides, right, or whatever, and has decided, I'm not buying that for the library. That's soft censorship.
Yep.
And for a company like, I mean, this is the Dr. Seuss company, right?
Right.
They've decided to not publish these books anymore. And it's in their right. They are within their rights to do that because they own ownership of they have the copyright of the books and that whole thing. But it is a form of soft censorship. And when this story came out this week, I immediately thought, oh, Lord, like, we have those books in our library.
Yeah.
And so I called the director and I said, what are we going to do about the Dr. Seuss books? And it's not in my department. I don't work in the children's department, but it's a concern. What are we doing? We have these books, we have copies in our collection. And I talked to her, I was like, are we going to pull them off the shelf? Are we not going to circulate them? Like, what are we going to do? And it's a weird thing to have to ask because
right.
You don't want to be outed as like the conservative, because it's kind of like a thing where you don't want to like out yourself politically in kind of a environment that you're unsure of, and I hate to have to do that. But I asked her and I said, well, what are we going to do? We're a library. We can't take them off the shelf and we can't ban them. We're a library. We're a public library. It's not a thing we do. But the big concern for me was that the books would get stolen.
Yeah.
Because go on to eBay and these books are selling for $1,000 a pop.
Until eBay cancels it.
Yep.
Which they're doing.
Are they doing that?
Yeah.
Yes.
eBay is canceling people's sale of Dr. Seuss books because it promotes violence or some shit.
Yes, and threatening to cancel their accounts if they relist.
Wow.
Right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. They say if you put it up again, it'll count against you or something.
Right.
So
wow. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
it is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Dr. Seuss. I think the most infuriating thing was at National, what the hell was it? Read a Book Day. That was started by the Seuss Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Biden did not mention Dr. Seuss.
Right.
Because he wrote according to the moray of his time, the social mores of his time.
Absolutely a product of, absolutely. Yeah.
And again, like I said, I got the opportunity. I downloaded one of the books, one of the 6.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, referring to, there was a Raja riding an elephant.
Yeah. I remember that book. I read it when I was a kid. Yeah. It was a great book.
And,
I love that.
One of them was a Chinaman eating rice with sticks. Literally, that's the phrase. Those are the only two things that are even remotely racist.
Right. Well, I guess a lot of his drawings people felt were, kind of verging on blackface and offensive and whatever. But again, you're right. It's kind of a product of his time, and I think banning books kind of removes the opportunity for people to educate themselves of why it was like that, why people did have that sort of experience. And that's why.
And to see where we've come from.
Exactly.
Well,
and that's
sad.
Which tinfoil hat?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. There's systemic racism in the United States today. It's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. Let's remove everything from the past so that you can't see what truly awful was.
Right. Yeah.
So today on Amazon, you can't buy those 6 Dr. Seuss books.
No.
But you can buy a fresh new copy of Mein Kampf.
Yeah. And the Communist Manifesto.
Yep. and
And
all
Mao's Little
manner
Red
of
Book.
and all manner of really
Yeah.
reprehensible stuff.
I'll bet
Everything
you can-
Louis Farrakhan ever wrote.
I'll bet you can buy Che Guevara t-shirts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I've been all week long, like since this came out, I've been checking the e-media catalog because we have a pretty extensive ebook catalog available to patrons. And
Right.
I keep going in and I keep checking the catalog, and I'm like afraid they're going to pull the books. And I'm like, oh God, don't do that. Your library, it's like what we are. We don't ban books. We
Except
allow
when you
people, except when we do. But like, people have the freedom to read what they want to read. And that's like the core.
Wasn't it the New York Library that said they weren't going to ban it?
Yes. New York Public Library came out and said, no, we're not going to be, taking the Dr. Seuss books off the shelves. We're not going to be removing them from the collection. But I'm thinking, how quickly are they going to disappear? Probably
They will.
quickly.
Somebody will steal them.
But then I thought, like, oh, great. Now public libraries are going to get canceled because we're promoting racism now.
Well,
There we are.
eventually, yes, Brita, they will. Eventually. I'm just telling you.
I know.
There'll be a library.
One second. No.
The library will exist. It just won't have any books in it.
This is not my show and tell. I was just, if folks were wondering why I was like eyes darting all around, I was looking in my library for hard copy.
Nice.
Make sure I still had it, because
I have the ebook version of
it
that.
will not be long. I don't trust ebooks.
Yeah, they can take them away.
They just yank them right
they
out of
can't
the device.
They can't take mine away.
They can't take the sky from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ripped the encoding off of them and put them on my hard drive. They can't do shit.
Well, that's the thing. It's like if you buy the item, it's your item.
That's
correct?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
There's only one way they can get this one, and it's ugly.
Yep.
Hold on, Labe.
That's right. You can have my Fahrenheit 451.
Let's do show and tell.
Show and tell.
Show knife of the week.
I have a knife.
I got one of my favorites.
I can't promise I'll always have a knife, but I have a knife.
Who goes first?
Jay.
Jay goes first.
This
goes first.
This is a personal favorite.
Ooh.
This is the Steel Will Onrush. And
That's a knife.
It is a knife.
It's all angular.
Sizable.
It is very angular. I love a Tanto.
And
The Tanto tip. I love those.
so you gotta this is like super thick. It is just a massive,
Thick.
solid knife. And it's just one of my favorites. And it desperately needs to be sharpened. But
Yeah.
and let's see, I don't know if we can get close enough to see, but God, I am really awful with the camera.
I can see
Onrush.
Onrush something. I can't see the rest of it.
That's cool.
I can't.
It's made in Italy. So
okay.
Oh, well.
go figure. An Italian with a big knife made in Italy.
Nice.
So, but yes, Steel Will Onrush.
All right.
Good stuff.
Cool. Nice knife.
That's not a knife.
That's a knife.
Yeah. And there's no assisted opening. It's perfectly legal and, well, not New York, but
Yeah, it locks. It's got a blade that locks, and it's more than 2.5 inches long or
it's
something.
definitely more than that. But
Do you have a knife, Alan?
I do have a knife. I'll go next. I think it was Mad St. Jack that recommended this years ago.
wait, he likes
He's our
knives?
knife guy.
This knife is so big, it has its own holster
Whoa.
with a web,
the shoulder
and
rig. I
a
like
shoulder rig. This is
that's a knife.
This is the original Charade Jessica X.
Okay.
It is the original, not the shitty copy with the hologram blade. This is the original.
I thought you said hologram blade. I was like, that's
That's
actually
right.
hollow
hollow
ground.
Yes.
Hollow ground.
This is the original Jessica X.
Good Lord.
God.
It is
I saw that in 300.
Oh my
It
god.
is part machete, part hatchet, part knife.
Oh my lord.
It is it has 3 modes of operation. I'll see if I can.
It's
So
so,
you've got
oh,
you hold it back here and you've got like a choppy,
Like a
and then you can hold it up here and you've got, it's a little finer control. And then you can hold it all the way up here like this and you've got even finer control. But
in a club.
yeah,
you could even like,
you could chop wood with this.
two hands.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You could.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. Melee whipping. But yeah, this is actually this is a 1/4 inch steel. So it's 1/8 of an inch thinner than the Bowie knife I had last week. But
I'm sorry.
is-
It's just, wow.
I got a ruler here. Let's see what the scale is on this.
He's got to measure it, Brita.
Oh god.
So
Okay.
you can see it is 9 inches long.
Alan's is bigger than mine.
9 inches
Oh my
long
God.
and thick. Let me tell you.
I'm done.
How
Anyway,
thick is the blade?
that
Mine's
is
4 millimeters.
Okay.
anyway. That's
Right.
my show and tell.
I feel inadequate now.
Brita brought her claymore.
I don't have any giant. No, I feel inadequate. I should have gone first, I guess.
Oh, cool.
Ooh.
I have
Ooh, that's
a-
fancy. Oh, my
Aw.
tag. Oh, your cat.
Yeah, it's actually the knife maker. His name is Brian Teig, or however he pronounces it. I say Teig because that's how you say it. But yeah, it's a nice everyday carry knife. I sometimes carry this if my pocket's big enough.
Cool.
Being a girl and all,
Yeah.
pocket knives are a problem
They-
because
they
our
rip you
pockets are
off.
small.
Yeah, they rip you off on the
God damn
pocket
it.
department.
But I have carried them, and you can see the wear on the clip.
Yeah.
I have carried this a lot, and it's
Nice.
nice because I like the action is like really
Flippy.
good, but it's pretty heavy. It's like a hefty,
Yeah.
I remember I whipped it with this at work one time to open a box. That was
Yikes.
fun. That was fun. Don't do that in front of other librarians. You scare them. But yeah,
Don't use Alan's knife in front of the other librarians.
yeah.
Don't pull out clam drang over there.
But it's
Nice.
kind of a cool
Yeah, I like that.
little
I
design.
like the
on it. I don't know.
two-tone's very cool.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm kind of like a Columbia River kind of fan. I have a lot of their knives. They're,
Huge CRKT fan.
yeah, they've got good knives.
It's great stuff. It's reasonably priced. holds
Yeah,
a
that's
good
the thing.
edge.
It's like I like
Yep.
Benchmade, but
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are expensive.
This is like a $270 knife. It's not cheap.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
a everyday carry kind of
Indeed.
thing.
I don't know if anybody noticed, but
What? Do you have a cat in the background?
He's
Who is it? Who is it?
He's a
Right
cat.
there.
Cosmo.
It's Cosmo.
He's
Cosmo
been-
the Wonder Cat.
I can't get the turn right for my arm.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
There he
There you
is, right there.
He's completely and utterly unfazed.
Yeah.
Poke him with a stick.
He's been asleep the whole time.
Cosmo, wake up.
He's like, my human makes noise, but he
Nope,
feeds
he's
me, so it's
sleeping.
all good. Is he hunk shoeing?
That's his normal spot. This is where I work, for my day job too, and he sleeps there most of the time. So
He keeps tabs on that human.
office cat. Anyway.
I just wanted to give the fingernail update.
Oh, good.
It's all better, isn't it?
It
This
looks
one.
like a fingernail.
It grew back. It's like amazing. It's
Yep.
a little bit.
You're like-
It's a little bit wonky right now.
You're
but
like Wolverine.
I am.
Slow motion Wolverine.
It took 3 months to grow back. But
It's
Imagine-
way faster than my toenail. My toenail took like 8 months. It was
toenails grow really
ridiculous.
slow, though.
Oh my God.
I remember my fingernail taking forever to grow back when I crushed it that one time. It just
Yeah.
seemed forever.
Fast fingernails or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Wolverine, can you shoot claws out of your fists? I don't even know what muscle to flex.
Something in the upper arm, I would think.
Forearm, tricep.
Weren't his original ones like bone?
Yes.
And then they replaced them with the metal ones.
Actually, that is the canon. This is originally bone. But then it's presently project. Actually.
Oh my God.
So just as long as he doesn't, read Dr. Seuss to anybody.
Jay,
Yeah.
have you started watching Resident Alien?
We're all caught up. We watched there's only 5 episodes.
Yeah.
But yes, and it's awesome. I love it. Which means it'll be canceled.
I know.
That's what happens to everything I love.
It's
It's
funniest.
just hysterical. We just watched. We haven't seen the one that aired last night yet.
Yeah, neither have I.
I haven't seen it either.
You saw last week's though.
Yep.
He calls a truce.
Spoilers. If you haven't seen it yet, turn it off.
I'm not
turn the show off. No, you can say it. But I'm just saying, let's give a second for people to turn. If you haven't seen Resident Alien yet, we're going to talk about it because we've all seen it. And screw you. But if you don't want to hear spoilers, turn it off now. If you stay, you're going to hear spoilers. All right,
so you're going to hear spoilers.
So good.
Now let's go.
Yes, where he calls the truce with the kid. It's just hysterical.
Yeah,
it's just I'm a ninja. That's not with the kid. See, ninja.
So
hilarious.
And I want to note that there were 2 amputee jokes in this show so far. Both of them hilarious. Not offended.
It's just a leg.
I remember the one. What was the other one? I remember the.
It was in the last episode. I can't remember. Whatever it was.
I don't remember. I remember the one where the guy's leg fell over after he disappeared.
It was brilliant.
I don't remember the other one.
We'll go back and watch. Anyway, show's over. Time to go.
Anyway, yeah, the great the other I don't know if we've talked about it. The other one that's hilarious, the other one that makes me laugh on every episode, kind of like Resident Alien does, is the plebs.
We did talk about plebs.
Okay, we did talk about plebs. Put it on your list, Jay.
May have to because we caught up to there's one nice thing about I'm currently going through the free episodes of Top Gear. I'm on season 3, which was like 2000 something, but it's a long time ago because comedy humor was actually allowed.
Right.
But and knowing that there's 20 something more seasons, you just watch here and there. This was great. Let's watch another one. What do you mean we're done?
The best one was when Richard Hammond crashed the supercar. Was that Top Gear or was that the other one? That's
a good question.
Or was that the Amazon version?
I think it might have been the Grand Tour.
Okay.
I think that might have been the after they got the boot for being too old, and they went, "Fuck you, we'll do our own show with hookers and blow."
That's still my favorite moment.
Yeah, some like $600,000 supercar. He goes right off the track, rolls
right down the hill, rolls it, catches it on fire. Brilliant.
Turned down, fell over, and then sank into the swamp.
The company that loaned them the car is going,
Well, they kind of had to know. I mean,
you did give the car to Richard Hammond to drive.
Brita has no idea what we're talking about.
I do not
whatsoever.
Well,
but
you'll have to see it. It's worth it. It's worth watching.
Crashing a supercar.
Yes. It's okay. And it's. I'm trying to figure out how to get that gig next.
Crashing supercars.
If anybody could do it, Jay,
give it a shot. All right, that's it.
All right, night, y'all.
Good night, everybody. We'll be back. Bye.